All right, this is Gary Morgan, arclight.blogspot.com in the borough. And I'm with Jim McCamy here, the mayoral candidate for City of Scottsboro. And Jim, welcome. I appreciate the opportunity to ask you some questions here and giving this opportunity to make a presentation to the citizens of Scottsboro. This will also be on YouTube, on my site on YouTube, which is Gary Morgan, Gary with 2 R's. Jim, could you tell us a little bit about yourself, a little background?
Sure. First, Gary, thank you for doing this. This is a really great opportunity and a good medium to reach folks that you may not normally reach. So I appreciate you doing this. This is a good opportunity. My name is Jim McCamy. I was born and raised here in Scottsboro. Grew up. All 3 of my kids went to public schools. I've had the honor of and the privilege of serving this area at both or all 3 local, state, and federal levels of government for over 30 years. I've been at TVA. I worked as Jackson County Emergency Management Director. I worked for the state of Alabama as an area coordinator in emergency management. I worked for U.S. Congressman Bud Kramer as his district director, which covered all of North Alabama. And when he retired, I went back to TVA, where I retired in December. So I have significant experience relative to government operations and work.
Thank you. So let's get to the question. And number 1 is, why should a citizen of Scottsboro vote for you as mayor of Scottsboro?
Well, actually, back to my background, I think I'm the most qualified. Again, I have over 30 years of experience in local, state, federal government in preparedness, planning. I have worked with every single economic development authority in North Alabama, every chamber of commerce in North Alabama, industrial development boards, all local and local governments and state governments. So I know how it works. I've had plenty of opportunity to learn that and to understand how it works. So I think I'm the most qualified to serve and to lead Scottsboro forward. Scottsboro at this point doesn't really have a plan, and that's my background.
Thank you. Next question. What do you see as a major problem of our city, if any? And if you do see a major problem, how do you propose to resolve the problem identified or problems?
Well, like my last sentence, Scottsboro doesn't have a plan. Every municipality has to have long, medium, and short-range plans for future economic growth and development to be successful. We don't have one. Some of the departments have plans, but they don't dovetail with a plan that doesn't exist because the city just doesn't have one. We've got to quit looking 2 feet in front of us and knee-jerking and start looking 5, 10, 20 years down the road. I don't want my grandchildren to have to go somewhere else to find a job. In 20 years, I want them to go to college and be able to come back here and work. We've lost too many industries in this town. We've got too many opportunities here that have missed. And my plan is to have a plan, a comprehensive plan that includes all departments to help move Scottsboro forward.
There is no doubt that young people are leaving here. That's been a problem for some period of time, and the population of the area is decreasing. Schools have closed in this area, in the county and city.
Exactly. I mean, what does that say when you close an elementary school that was here many years ago and you close it because of lack of students? Right. That's pretty telling. And again, we've got no direction and no plan to improve on any of this.
Did you go to school at Brownwood?
I went to school at Caldwell. I actually attended every school in Scottsboro that was open at the time except for Brownwood. I was at Caldwell. I actually went to the old original high school that was located at the corner of Broad and Charlotte for 2 years. Then went to what's now the Page Administration Building. I was over there for 2 years. And then what is now Collins, used to be the high school, what's now Collins. Right. I went there. That's where I graduated from. So every school in town except for Brownwood.
What do you see that is great about Scottsboro?
There's a lot of great things about Scottsboro. First, it's the people. The people of Scottsboro have been patient, resilient, but it's time to do some things. It's time to make some changes. The city employees, they're great. They just need some leadership and some direction. The location of Scottsboro, you know, geographically we're sitting between Huntsville and Chattanooga, two regional hubs. We need to take advantage of that regional concept and help draw in more industries, more businesses, rather than trying to be an island. If you look around us, a lot of towns the same size as Scottsboro are being very successful, and we're not. And we need to change that.
Is there anything you'd like to add, Jim?
Other than just thanks again for the opportunity. We've got several issues that we're looking at, such as roads and economic development and other things that seriously need to be addressed, and that's going to be part of my plan.
Thanks, sir. It's been a pleasure. Like I said, this is Gary Morgan, arclight.blogspot.com in the borough, and this will be on YouTube, Gary with 2 R's, Morgan.
Thank you, Gary. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you doing it.